My videos take a considerable amount of time. If you enjoy what I do, here are ways to contribute. 1. Subscribe if you haven't already. 2. Smash the like button or dislike. 3. Hit the bell icon for more on future release. 4. Share this video on the internet. You can share it to your friend, share it on Discord, however you like. And finally 5. Donate during premiere. They are rare. They don't happen often, but I am starting to do that now. Or links to donation sites in the description box below. With that, let's continue. Hello everyone, this is a Black Mage up to level 70. This is Shadowbringers 5.3. Details on the following Glamour set can be found in the description box below. Glamour for the Black Mage series, we have the Suzaku Flame-Kissed Rod, the Archaeodemon Horns, the Augmented Hailstorm Coat of Casting, Lucian Prince Fingerless Gloves, the Guardian Corpse Skirt, and the Augmented Hailstorm Boots of Casting. Welcome to a Shadowbringers Black Mage Skill Spotlight. Let's start this off at level 62. We get Between the Lines. Move instantly to ley lines drawn by you. Cannot be executed while bound. It is instant cast with a 3-second off global. So once you put your ley lines down, Between the Lines lets you basically weave in, weave out as many times as the OGCD allows. Make sure you take full advantage of this. This will also cancel out knockback and draw-in effects. Use it at the right time and you can completely ignore those. It does not require a target, it just requires a ley line being down on the ground. Do mind the fact that it requires the ley lines to be in pretty close proximity to your character, otherwise Between the Lines is not even available. At level 64 we get Thunder Mastery 2, upgrades Thunder 2 to Thunder 4. Thunder 4 deals lightning damage with a potency of 50 on impact to target and all nearby enemies. Additional effect lightning damage over time. This is the dots with a potency of 30, duration of 18 seconds, with a total potency of 230. It has the similar thundercloud effect of 18 seconds if it procs. If it doesn't, just act it as normally as if it were a Thunder 2. As soon as you unlock Thunder 4, the number of targets required for Thunder 4 is 2 or more. Considering the potency of Thunder 3 is 390, 2 targets on Thunder 4 is 460. At level 66 we get Triplecast. The next 3 spells will require no cast time, duration of 15 seconds. It is instant cast with a 60-second off global. It is similar to Swiftcast in that regard. Make sure you use it along with Swiftcast because they both have the same OGCD timer of 60 seconds. So similar to the Swiftcast, the Triplecast in that regard will be used with the fire spells. Anything else is basically subject to change or the situation calls for it. At level 68 we get 2 new passives. The first one is the enhanced Umbral Heart, reducing MP required to cast Flare by 1/3 while under the effect of Umbral Heart. Casting Flare completely removes the Umbral Heart status. At level 68 we also get the enhanced Freeze. He grants an Umbral Heart upon casting Freeze effect. Now what does this mean? It means that during AoE you can just completely ignore casting Blizzard 4 or completely ignore casting the Fire 2s during the DPS phase. At level 70 we get enhanced Enochian, grants the effect of polyglots upon maintaining Enochian for 30 seconds. You're going to see a little 90-degree blip on the bottom right section of your Astral Fire Umbral Ice. Also improves Enochian's magic damage increase from 5% to 10%. At level 70, along with your traits, we get Foul, deals magic damage to target for 650 potency, and nearby enemies for 25% of that, which is 487. It requires a Polyglot, which should be a gem shape all the way on the bottom section of your Astral Fire Umbral Ice. It should be on the screen. The Polyglot itself, the timer of the 30 seconds, will be on the bottom right section. It will light up when you press Enochian. Once Enochian is active, you need to wait the full 30 seconds. It will count down from the middle right side all the way down to the bottom. Once that dial hits the bottom section, your Polyglot will activate and your Foul will be active as well. Make sure you press the Foul before that dial hits the bottom again. They do not stack. It will basically reset and renew. Hello everyone, this is going to be the single target rotation. As always, I'm going to be pausing or slowing down the video to further explain the situation. So on the left is going to be the Opener rotation, and on the right is going to be your constant. Black Mage at this level gets a little heavy on the utility spells. The rotation is pretty much the same. There's just the one thing that you really need to notice during the DPS phase. Foul is a trump card that lets you do enormous amount of DPS for basically maintaining Enochian for as long as possible. Use Foul during reset of Astral Fire and or Umbral Ice. What that means is during Astral Fire resets, such as a Fire 1 or a instant cast Fire 3 of your Fire starter, that's a pretty good time to cast your Foul. Another reason is to use the Foul as soon as you hit Umbral Ice stage, so casting your Blizzard 3, that's a good time for Foul. Right before you swap into the Astral Fire with a Fire 3 off your Umbral Ice, that's a good time for Foul. Other than that, the rotation is pretty similar to level 60 with just a few things here and there. And of course, before we begin, the Triplecast and Swiftcast go together. Make sure you put them both on the same timer. You can cast a Triplecast or a Swiftcast into a fire spell. Make sure that fire spell is either Fire 4 or Fire 1. You can also toss Foul if it falls under that category when Foul is available. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start off with the Sharpcast. We're going to do the Blizzard 3 immediate Enochian. We're going to do the Blizzard 4 into the Thunder 3 that procs the Thundercloud immediate Thunder 3 again. We're going to do the Fire 3 immediate Ley Lines. We're going to do the Triplecast into the Fire 4 immediate Swiftcast. Fire 4 again into a third Fire 4. We're going to do a Fire 1 into 3 more Fire 4s. After that, we're going to do the Mana Font. If you do not have the Mana Fonts, go ahead and reset here. We're going to do a Fire 1 into a Fire 4. If you have your Fire Starter off your first Fire 1, go ahead and do the Fire Starter phase. You should know how to do that from the level 60 guide. After that, we're going to toss a Potion, just enough to cast the last Fire 4. Continue that with a Blizzard 3-4 reset. Now, as soon as you get Foul during this rotation, just keep in mind when and where you should cast it. Foul is going to take a bit of time. Remember, it is not a fire spell, so it's going to cast a little bit slower than them. Foul is essentially a trump card. You're going to do a lot of damage. You need to make sure that your Astral Fire does not expire. You need to make sure that you are in a safe position. And with that, let's go ahead and do the AoE. Now, anytime during the AoE rotation, it is pretty easy to just toss your Foul. The flare will basically reset the timer on the Astral Fire. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and do the AoE rotation this time. We're going to start off with a Sharpcast into a Freeze, immediate Enochian, into Thunder 4, Fire 3, toss the Thunder 4 off your Thundercloud, immediate Ley Lines. Once your GCD is back up again, we're going to toss a Triplecast into a Flare. We're going to completely ignore Fire 2. Fire 2 at this rate does little to no damage, and we're able to cast 2 flares in a row thanks to our Umbral Heart. We're going to do the Swiftcast into a second Flare. If you have the Mana Fonts, go ahead and cast it. If not, go ahead and reset here if you do not have a potion. If you have the Mana Fonts, go ahead and cast the Mana Font into a third Flare. If you have a potion enough for 800 MP, go ahead and cast your fourth Flare. Immediate Transpose and Freeze to reset. Hello and welcome. This is going to be a Black Mage up to level 70 dungeon example. I had a lot of raid corrupted clips, so I had to remove a lot of those for reasons. My encoder or my recorder decided to just trip out and I had to remove a lot of that stuff, so sadly I don't have any raids. The dungeon example, make sure you transpose. Do not let the Enochian fall. Other than that, it's pretty much just flare. Completely ignore Fire 2. Fire 2 does little damage at this point. Just toss the second flare instead. The single target rotation is practically the same. The Foul is basically interpreted into sections of 3. So 3, 1, 3, like I mentioned before. Make sure you cast up to 3 spells during Astral Fire into a Astral Fire reset of either a Fire 1 or Fire 3 off your Fire Starter. You do not want to cast any more than 3 because you may need to reposition your character for reasons, or your character may be stun locked, or it may just get their casting cancelled completely. So that's why 3 spells is pretty safe. It allows you to basically cast the fire one even if you're down to what, 4 or 5 seconds. If you're down to less than 4 seconds, just go ahead and transpose. There's no way you're going to get that last one in unless you're running spell speed Black Mage. Then there's always a chance, but if you're not, just go ahead and do the 3-1-3 principle. Other than that, I've showed you guys a couple of examples where to toss the foul. I tossed it after the fire 3, I tossed it after the fire 1, and I also tossed it right into the resets of the Umbral ice. And that's pretty much it. You guys should know how to play Black Mage up to 70 at this point. You guys have a good one. Hello world, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe here. You can also donate if interested in supporting the channel. More content to watch on the right side. If interested in joining in the Tempest Talons, info in the top left. And as always, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time.